somebody think they did right by you. Because someone thinks that by them telling you that they weren't emotionally available for a relationship, it meant that you would move on. However, this person didn't want to be the one that broke up with you or be the one that told you it wasn't going to work out. So what they did is they told you that they weren't emotionally available, they weren't emotionally ready, so that they could better their conscience, so that you could move on from this person, or you would be the one that would move on from this person. But here is the thing, this person was still playing hard to get, and they were still leading you on, even when they told you that they emotionally weren't ready or they emotionally weren't available to give you a relationship. And this was not their way of self-sabotaging it at all. This was their way of being indicative or being manipulative, because they didn't want to feel bad. They didn't want to feel like they had any regrets in letting you go. So they wanted to be the one that got off scot-free and didn't have to deal with rejection and abandonment. But at the same time, they loved you. And that's why they still led you on, because they didn't want to let you go. But they didn't want to serve their conscience when they had regret, if they were to be the ones that broke it off with you, because they knew at the time that they would have regret. Now, with the justice energy coming through, this person wronged you. They wronged you because they did it in a manipulative way. They didn't do it in a nice way. They didn't say that they emotionally weren't available and emotionally weren't ready and just allowed themselves or allowed you to move on freely. They played games with you after they said this. They were hot and cold because they realized that they were actually emotionally ready to give you a relationship. They just didn't want to deal with the rejection. They didn't want to deal with the abandonment, even though you didn't do anything to make this person feel or believe you were actually going to reject or abandon them. What you actually did was just create boundaries. Because this person said they weren't ready, so you backed off from this person. Now, this person got scared because they didn't actually anticipate what silence would actually feel like from you. So this person got worried, and this person realized that they said the wrong thing. But rather than them say that they said the wrong thing, they wanted to chase. They wanted you to chase them because they were scared that you put up boundaries, even though this person told you to put up boundaries somewhat, because they told you they didn't want a relationship with you in the first place. Now what's happening is you have justice coming in. You have all this karma that's coming in as a result of this person. This person is dealing with the consequences of their actions now, because they're realizing that they messed up. And they're realizing that if they want to save this, they have to change, or they have to step forward and make this situation right. But what's happening with your energy, with the King of Cups in the world, is they better hurry up. Because you're either about to move on completely from this person, or there's someone coming in here that's going to give you a lot of love, and they're going to be very open about it. They're going to be very, very vulnerable about it when it comes to them giving you love. And this person can see what's happening. This person can see that you're getting justice, and they're freaking out. They're worried about it because they know that They know that your attention's going to be fixated somewhere else, and they know that you're not going to be chasing this person. So with the Moon and the Ten of Wands being in the reversal and the Seven of Swords, this person knows they can't be manipulative anymore. They know they can't ghost you. They know they can't abandon you. They know everything they've been doing up to this point to try and get your love back by being manipulative is not going to work. This person is either going to be vulnerable with you, or they're going to disappear completely. You're either going to move on completely, or they're going to come back in here. But nevertheless, with the King of Cups, you have someone coming in here that's going to take care of you as you move forward. Someone's not over the breakup. Someone is still hot and cold when it comes to you, and this is why this person is trying their absolute best to be all about themselves, but they're failing with it, because you can see this person as being ego and being prideful, and this is this person's emotions coming through, representing the fact that they are hot and cold when it comes to you. Now, this person is driving themselves crazy with the hot and cold energy, because they're mad 1 second, but then they love you the next. And the reason why they're mad is because they're still mad about the breakup. They're still mad about the separation. But this person doesn't want to be mad. This person wants to try their absolute best to try and get over you, because it's too painful for this person to go back into the past and remind themselves of how much they loved you and how much now they feel they can't have you. But this person, they can't move on. And it's driving this person absolutely crazy. They can't move on because of the fact they're hot and cold, because there's still confliction. And the confliction is making this person mad and making them angry when it comes to you. Now, that's exactly why they're trying their best to move on. It's exactly why they're trying their best to move forward. Because with the Three of Cups and the Empress, the more they can't have you, the more they want you. The more they want you, the more they feel they have to emotionally withdraw from you, because the more they feel they're not capable of having you, because they're the ones that couldn't keep you, and they think that you abandoned them and you rejected them. But what happened is you let go of this person because there was so much indecisive energy around whether or not you were ever really in a relationship with them to begin with here, with the Two of Cups. And with the Ten of Wands and the Three of Coins, this person never helped you to understand the intentions of what the two of you were. So when you walked away from this relationship, even though it absolutely broke you and it tore you in half to do this person never thought or understood that you would actually be upset about it. This person, for some reason, felt like it wasn't a big deal, you breaking up with them. But now they're realizing that it is. Because now this person is seeing it from your aspect with how hard it actually was for you to break up with them. Or this person broke up with you. But no matter what's happening now with this energy, this person can't move on from you because they're hot and cold. There's so much confliction. They're mad. They're angry. The more angry they are, the more they withdraw. But the more they withdraw, the more that they want you. So they're more inclined to reach out to you. And when they reach out to you, they don't make sense. Or when they reach out to you, they try to get your attention because there's so much confliction with this person, they can't make sense of anything. They are passive at you because they can't use any rebounds or any third-party situations to try and cover up or make them feel better about the situation, because nothing can cover up for this person the hot and cold energy. They can't be in denial about their love for you. They can't be in denial about their emotions for you, because there's no third-party situation or rebound relationship they can cling to, because nothing is going to overpower how they feel about you, because of the fact they have confliction, because of the fact they're hot and cold. Nothing can overrun that person, and they can't switch that part of their brain off. They can't switch that part of their brain off when it comes to you, about the confliction, about the hot and cold energy, because if they can't switch that off, they can't be in denial about how they feel. And if they can't be in denial about how they feel, they know what they want and they know what they have to do. And the more they know what they want, the more they know what they have to do when it comes to you, the more regret they're going to feel. The harder it's going to get for this person to move forward from you, even though there is not much more energy this person can do when it comes to regret. It's going to get worse to this person every day here. Someone is trying to annoy you. Someone is really, really trying to get under your skin because someone wants to know if you still love them or not. And this person is scared. They are so scared. They are freaking out because they don't know if you still love them or not, because you stopped communicating, and you have always communicated with this person. This person was never worried about losing you because they always knew that you were going to talk to them or communicate to them. And now they're absolutely freaking out about it. They're shitting themselves. Because now they know that they've either crossed the line or they've gone too far, and there's no getting your love back or no getting you back now. Because they know that the second that you don't communicate with them, this person knows that this means something. This means something real now. And with the Nine of Coins coming through and the Queen of Cups, you're finally choosing yourself. And this person can't handle it because they're not used to it. They're not used to you choosing self-love. They're not used to you choosing yourself, because this person relied on you too much for their love. They relied on you too much in a way where they put way too many expectations on you. And what happened is you stopped loving yourself. But this person loved the control. They loved knowing that they had you. And now that they feel like they're not comfortable anymore because now they don't understand what you're doing, or they can't control your motives or your reactions, they have no reassurance over whether or not they still have you. Now, with the World stepping forward and the Four of Cups, they finally feel abandoned and rejected. But now they're understanding what they put you through for all this time, because now they're understanding that you were the one that felt abandoned and rejected by this person, because they would always punish you every single time you didn't respond and you didn't communicate to them. This person would get pissed off, they would put up boundaries, and it was always you that had to try and reassure this person that you were still staying here. But after time, you lost yourself. Now, finally, you're choosing this yourself, and this person now feels abandoned and rejected. But they're also getting a taste of their own medicine here, because they're realizing this is exactly the same way that you felt all this entire relationship. And with the Six of Swords coming through and the Ace of Wands, you didn't actually feel like you were being vulnerable. You didn't feel like you could be vulnerable to this person, because this person was always so intimidated by you. And they were intimidated by you the second that they got with you, because they always felt like they weren't good enough for you, because you were someone that was just so attractive, someone that was just so beautiful, someone that was just so full of light and special, that this person didn't believe that it would last. So what happened is they self-sabotaged it. But they didn't self-sabotage it in a way that they thought that they would, because they did love you, and they didn't plan on loving you, because they always thought that you would abandon and reject them. But what actually happened is they were the one that abandoned and rejected you, because they were so scared that you were going to leave them that they self-sabotaged it. Now, with the Six of Cups, they're going to have to learn to deal with their own regret and their own karma, because their karma and their own regret was mucking it up with you, was messing it up with you, because they made a choice or a decision to deliberately push you away, to deliberately end the relationship here. And now they're the ones that are pissed off. Now they're the ones that are upset because you're not responding and you're not talking. But in a lot of ways, this person showed you that they wanted this. This person showed you they didn't value you enough. They valued the control. They valued being in charge. They valued knowing that they had you rather than giving you love. And now this person can't handle the fact that you're gone because they didn't actually make it happen. So now subconsciously, they feel rejected and abandoned by you, but they're actually feeling rejected and abandoned within themselves because they know that they lost you. And now they're going to have to deal with the regret. They're going to have to deal with the abandonment because they self-sabotaged it, because they felt like you were so amazing that they were never going to measure up to you. And that's them. They're going to have to realize that they have to let you go because they have no option. They have no choice. You were this person's greatest lesson, and they chose not to see your love as a lesson. They chose to see your love as punishment, and they punished themselves. Now they're going to have to deal with not having your love, and it's going to haunt this person, but it's going to get so much worse with this person not having your love, because now they're losing control. And that's the one thing that they always had, is they always had your communication. Now they can't control it, and now they can't live with not having it.